I toured the religion department and I got very spooked, you know, very, very spooked. Like, I can't do this. So I became a teacher and I did all the student chapels. Everybody liked me. They always wanted me back, and I was speaking. I'm not preaching, I'm speaking. And every time there was an evangelist, I went and studied. And, you know, Dan Boone was the pastor of College Church. So I went to church and heard like the best preacher ever. Right. And I was thirsty. I was growing spiritually very well, you know, but I was never going to be in ministry. And I would get real mad when all the ministry students were talking. I would be a part of those conversations. So I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I became a teacher, thought I was going to just, you know, teach my way through life. And then my relationship in college broke up, and that was so devastating. It's so hilarious to think of, but I mean, it was so devastating. And so, I mean, not that it's, I was so devastated. Like, I would get up and teach in Houston, Texas. After college, I went back into Texas and got my teaching job. And I would get up and teach and then cry all night and get up and teach and cry all night. And this was the journey. I had planned my future with this guy, and then he just dumped me, and I was just devastated. And I'm sorry, it's not funny, but I was so devastated. Like, I literally could not even function. And I sought God's face in that thing. And I went to a silent prayer service in my church in Houston. And God said, you need to teach somewhere else. So God wouldn't even bring me back to the call yet. He knew I would reject the call, right? So I was, for 2 years, for 99 to 2001, I was in Central Asia in Creative Access Country number 2, which is Kyrgyzstan, teaching. Now, I did not know Russian. I mean, I'm in a Muslim dominant country. I'm incognito, I'm a teacher, and I just went, and by myself. And so I had a ball. I taught English everywhere. I taught missionary kids. I taught English, and at the universities and at the restaurants and stuff. And then 9/11 happened, and I'm 80 miles from the Uzbekistan border. Mm. And I'm 25. Now, you know, this is your mom of 25-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
So my parents are freaking out, okay? And you have to understand, for me, I saw it on the CNN website. It looks like a bad movie. I'm so removed from it geographically. It was really confusing to understand what that meant. And even now, when I watch 9/11 retrospectives, I was just doing my job, and then people are talking about my country, and it was just weird. And so my parents are freaking out. They're like, get up, get home, get home, get home. And I'm like, I'm 24 or 5 or whatever. I'm 25. You can't tell me what to do. Okay, now I'm a parent, and I know that my boys will do the same thing to me. There will be something crazy that they do. And my mom is like not giving up, and I wish she would just leave me alone. And haha, that's so funny. I will be the same way. My mom, tigress mother, came out, you know. And then we're meeting with the embassy, and they're talking about if we have to escape over the mountains. And it clicked for me. Oh, I am in great danger. Like, we can cross these mountains, and we could have some people that are friendly to Americans over here. And I'm like, oh, this is not, holy crap, you know, in a way. Right. So I flew home, and I told my mom, I am very, very mad at you. She's like, I don't care. Just get home. And it was me on a plane. There's only one British Airways plane out of Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan every 2 weeks. And I'm totally by myself. I'm the only person on the plane. And I was so mad at God, because I saw women trust in Jesus that meant they would leave their families. And I saw just so many people come to know the Lord. And I saw the most passionate Christians I've ever seen. People that would just sacrifice so much to believe in Jesus. And I said, God, why did you bring me and let me experience this if I have to leave? And God said, you always said I was all you ever wanted. Were you lying? And remember when you were 15, when you're 15, I called you. And I said, well, I can't do that. I mean, I am already weird enough. No one's going to marry me, and I'm not going to have a family. And I argued for a while, and then I gave up in that way, in a very ticked off surrender, like just finished, done.